The proximity of Wuye, a new and rapidly developing district in the federal capital city, to settlements such as Karamajiji and Kuchingoro, among others, no doubt poses threat to security in the area. Coupled with this, residents have often appealed to the FCT police authorities to deploy adequate manpower, logistics and strategies to address the security challenges bedeviling locations such as the busy route from the National Stadium through City Gate, as well as the Games Village axis. So, today our focus will be on the security situation of Wuye and environs. Good morning, and this is Call the Police, your regular security check program on the Unity Station, NTA Channel 5, Abuja. My name is Tessie Omeri, holding fort for your regular anchor. Please stay tuned, the program returns in just a moment.
Maintenance of law and order, ensuring security of life and property are the primary responsibilities of the Nigerian police. They operate day and night to ensure that you and I are safe from the stranglehold of hoodlums and social miscreants. This then makes the officers and men of the Nigerian police force your friends. The least you and I can do is to assist them by making security our primary concern. Contribute your own quota. Report suspicious movement promptly to the police. The FCT Police Command beckons on you to assist in its quest to make the Federal Capital Territory crime-free. The time is now.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Call the Police, live on the Unity Station, NTA Channel 5, Abuja. Now, here is a background report on the security situation of Wuye and surrounding communities by Ilyasu Onotu Yakobo.
Wuye is an evolving district in the nation's capital. The rapid growth in infrastructure of the community means that criminal elements have prying eyes on the residents. Raymond Abuko, one of Wuye's early settlers, through its development, told me that the major threat to security within the area over time has been housebreaking by petty thieves, laborers who take shelter in construction sites around the district, and the challenge posed by scavengers.
Given the circumstances they find themselves, given that the logistics are not enough in the present day Nigeria and all the situations we are, in my view, they have done so much. Because each time we call on them, they respond. And the response is usually immediate.
The workers, as you said, most of them are criminally minded, as you said, but with the help of police, knowing that there's a police station that is ready to work with you as the supervisor, ready to cooperate with you, ready to cooperate with you, like I said, they are always mindful of what they do. And that has helped to boost our security.
All these Okada people, but glory be to God, since we banned them from Wuye, at least the security problem is no more much here. Then snatching our bag under the bridge at city center, you can see it. That's the major problem.
Beyond all of these is the existing reality of the district's proximity to squatter locations such as Karamajiji and Kuchingoro.
We try to inform any security if this type of things happen. And we have the vigilante close to us that they help us, because we can't move, we can't run, we can't do anything to catch anyone that is going to do bad for us.
I'm coming to Wuga in community. So the Wuga community, I'm together with the security police. It's very important to security.
Again, areas such as Games Village, the road stretched along the National Stadium and City Gate, with its attendant threat to security by hoodlums who take advantage of the lonely nature of the area, especially during rush hours, residents maintained, and caused a major spillover to Wuye's security challenges. This barbed wire behind me, from the feelers I got from residents of the area, is the perimeter fence for the land designated for a hostel accommodation for the National Stadium. According to feelers from residents of this environment, suspected criminals have taken advantage of the bushes around here to take cover in the daytime, while at night, especially at rush hours, as commuters return back home from work attack unsuspecting road users to dispossess them of their belongings.
You drive home in traffic, they stop your vehicle and try to nick something out of it. And for the longest, that went on until recently. The community actually came together and we spoke with the police, and in unison they actually helped beef up the security in that whole area.
We have some illegal settlements around the area because the area is still developing. So I've noticed a number of people moving in. So even though I've not been a victim or anybody has been a victim that I know,
unanimously, residents of the various communities identified the inadequacy of manpower and logistics, as well as poor volunteering of information, as major challenges to police in the area.
Thank you, Onotu, for that report. My guest is the Divisional Police Officer in charge of Uye, Chief Superintendent of Police Harrison Oruru. Sir, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
DPO, let's begin our discussion from what you have witnessed in that particular background that we just played.
Yeah, good to be here. I will start by saying that, like in the report, Uye is fast developing. You have locations like Games Village, which is established. You have Uye Town, which is highly residential and somehow reserved. Okay. You have Karamajiji, like I mentioned earlier in the report, and Kochingoro. We must factor one thing out. The police is on ground to cover most of those locations. Okay. Issues that were prevalent there prior to my takeover about 6 months ago, I must confess, are no longer prevalent. Okay. The command has adequately taken cognizance of the location of Uye, hence deployment has been enhanced. Okay. If you look around the Games Village, you realize there's a stationary patrol vehicle that's there on 24-hour basis. Okay. Same thing with Games Village Big Roundabout. At the usual city gate, you have a station patrol vehicle with men. Okay. Not just deployment, these men are regularly visited to ensure that they are doing the right thing. Sure. So, and from feelers, I must confess, I get feelers from people that the men deployed there are doing a good job and crime is on the low. Thank you.
Okay, that's commendable, sir. But residents have also, you know, noted with dismay the level of housebreaking and theft still in that area. We must say you have stationed your men in various strategic points, just as you have mentioned. We're talking about the housebreaking and theft. What are you doing, you know, to be able to tackle this challenge?
Yeah, thank you very much. On the issue of housebreaking, I must equally emphasize here that any matter that is not reported either directly to the divisional headquarters or the outpost, because have it in mind that the division has 5 outposts. Okay. One is stationed in Games Village, one is in Karimajiji, one is in Kuchingoro, one is in the market, the ultra-modern market that's adjacent to the station. Okay. These outposts are usually supposed to be first port of call for anybody who, for any reason, is a victim of any crime. Okay. But you realize that most of these crimes, as stated in the preview, are not reported. Now, we can't do magic to decide who was attacked or who was not attacked. So I encourage people, if it is possible, if you have any incident, ensure you report to the police and look out to see the response. Okay, so from what you're saying, prompt a response who is assured people of Uye. Oh, that is report such cases. Always, always. Okay. The division has so fashioned their operation in such a way that worst case scenario, in 5 minutes, we would have responded to whatever situation. That's good to hear, sir. Thank you. That's kind of the people now kind of heave a sigh of relief. So talking about activities of scavengers, we call them Mebola and the rest. How is the activities there? Because from feelers, sometimes instead of scavenging for all those things that are not useful again, they take advantage to perpetrate other kinds of crimes. That is very correct. I must equally say we have functional patrol teams. Okay. We have functional surveillance team. They are always out there to ensure that scavengers, which are a group we very well frown at, we never allow them to operate. And wherever they are found, they are taken in. If you come to my station, you see a lot of cats. The cats they normally use in conveying whatever they are scavenging. We've confiscated a lot of them. And most of these guys, after being arrested, we ensure we prosecute them to discourage others from going into that same field.
Okay. So from what we have said earlier, Wuye is a community or an area that is rapidly developing. So when you say rapid development, you have infrastructure ongoing, you have laborers, you have people, influx of different kinds of people. And sometimes when you have influx of different kinds of people, when you say different, means different people with their different kinds of attitudes. And you might have people that are there for different motives and intentions. How do you monitor this kind of influx of people?
Well, people have freedom of movement. I hope you know that.
Sure.
And taking that into cognizance, what we are expected to do is ensure criminals don't take advantage of such freedom.
Okay.
You have freedom to move around, but it is our duty to catch you when you go into crime.
Okay.
Hence, we have robust patrol, both foot patrol and vehicular patrol, and that allows us interact with the community so closely that if there's any information and it gets to us, we can easily react to it.
Okay, sir, let's look at some of the bordering communities to Wuye. We talked about Kuchinguru, Karamajiji, and these areas, you know how it is, it's highly populated and all that. How are you, trying to control criminalities so that because of these areas, like we mentioned them, have influx of different kinds of people. So how are you trying to control security situation in that areas?
Thank you. Like I said earlier, Karamajiji is a flashpoint. Kuchingoro is a flashpoint. Hence, they have individual police outposts.
Okay.
And do not forget that we work in close relationship with the vigilante team.
Okay.
So most times, even the shortage, the shortfall in manpower is usually covered with the synergy that exists between the police and the community and the vigilante as well.
The vigilantes and the
yes.
community. Okay. Okay, sir, we'll continue, but if you're just joining, this is called The Police on NTA Channel 5 Abuja. You can actually be part of this program by calling the number on your screen to make your contributions, ask your questions. The DPO is very much available to respond to all your queries. Okay, sir, let's look at, oftentimes communities and road users have reported attacks on them by suspected criminals at places such as the City Gate, National Stadium. Like from our report, we mentioned they are kind of isolated areas. What is the true situation of that area at the moment?
Well, currently there are no such incidents.
Okay.
Of late, at least in the last 14 days, I've not received any incident of such nature.
Okay, that's a recent thing.
Yes, and I have taken time to station. If you take a look at the Magic Land Junction, if you are flying through the express towards the airport, you realize that the patrol team that is stationed there are there on 24 hours basis.
Okay.
If they live there, they are not living there for more than 20 minutes to attend to any other emergency. Okay. But since they were positioned there, I don't think I've received any new incident in that area.
Okay, sir, before you go on, hello, we have our first caller on the line. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, ma'am.
Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Zaka Daniel, from Wuye.
Oh, Zaka Daniel from Wuye.
Yes, ma'am.
Zaka Daniel, please go ahead.
Yes, my regard to my DPO.
Yes, he's listening.
I'm one DPO in Wuye for now.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Because if, I don't know, for that challenge,
okay.
If you have from him,
okay.
Because of him.
Okay.
Karamajiji before we have challenges, but true, if this man comes, everything is over.
Really? Okay.
Our bridge Uye Bridge.
Yes.
That's the truth, too.
Okay.
Almost every night before, blood was floating. But people with you come, everything has changed.
Okay.
That's the truth, that's the truth.
Okay, Zaka. Okay.
And secondly,
Go ahead, Zaka, I'm with you.
there was the video show us say, you want to work with the community.
Okay.
They carry us along.
Okay.
Almost about how many meetings? All 3 meetings now, because the last meeting won't be for station.
Okay.
If I remember.
Okay.
Like me, PRC member, community, chiefs, we gather together.
Okay.
We share ideas.
That's good.
Give us advice how we take move with police.
Okay,
Police
thank you
our
so much.
friend.
Thank you so much, Zaka, for the commendation. The DPO is here with you. Thank you. Okay, so you've heard from Zaka, a resident of Uye. It's a commendation. I guess it's a step further to tell us that indeed from what you have said, it's actually positive developments happening there.
Yeah, if I may interject, not even only him. I'm happy he came up with that. I possibly do not know him one-on-one, except he comes to introduce himself. This is a selfless effort by a community member, all in the bid to interact with the police.
Okay.
He gives out this for free, but there he gives you information about the police, how you can react and deal with the police. If you have complaints, you can bring it here. There are issues that come, he brings it here.
Okay.
So.
Oh, that's commendable, which means from what you are saying, you have this kind of good synergy with the community members.
Definitely, yeah, we do, yes.
So let's look at this issue of drug peddling and abuse. You know, it's highly reported that is rampant among youths in this local community. How is the division trying, to address these challenges of drug peddling?
Well, issue of drug is a little bit wide.
Yes.
You talk about peddling, you talk about abuse.
Okay, sir, before we go on with the drug peddling. Hello? Okay. Good morning. This is Call the Police.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, we're with you. Your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Daniel Atom Ayuko.
Daniel.
From Class Quarter of Uye.
Okay, Daniel, please go ahead.
Yes, I'm member of PCRC.
Oh, okay.
Division.
Okay.
Yes, our DPO. I thank God as God provide us the DPO, because when the DPO came in Uye Division, it cooperates with youth and all the bad things that happen in Uye district.
Okay.
They have said it.
Okay.
So the man try for the division a lot.
Okay, Daniel, thank you for the commendation. Any challenge you want him to address? Hello, you have any issues you want him to address? Any challenge?
Yes, I'm thanking him for the work that he do in the district.
Okay, thank you very much, Daniel.
Yes,
Yeah.
so the man try a lot.
Okay.
Because all the bad guys that they used to torment in the Uye district, the man don't stop it.
Okay, thank you very much.
I thank the man well.
Okay.
As he try for the community.
Okay, sir. You want to respond to that before taking the issue of drug peddling?
No, we can still go on to the drug, because
Okay,
I wanted to
let's
bring
go
us
ahead.
back to this particular thing.
Okay,
If you
the
look at
community
this,
effort.
this is more like a youth inauguration.
Okay.
The youth angle of the PCRC.
Okay.
We kind of synergize, because 90% of crime, you see the age gap that commit most of these crimes. If you don't inculcate them in what you are doing, you are excommunicating them. So we took our time to bring them close, and so far so good.
We have another caller on the line. Hello?
Yes.
Good morning. This is Call the Police. Your name, please.
Yeah. My name is Mr. Q, and I'm calling in from here.
Mr.
Q.
Q.
Yes.
Okay, Mr.
I'm calling
Q.
from here.
Please go ahead.
So, yes. I I don't have much to say. Only to say that I'm impressed with our DPO. You know, he has done quite a lot since he took over. He's not even 6 months, and I can see a lot of improvement with policing and security around our neighborhood.
Okay.
Not only that, he is also very community-oriented. We did a lot of interaction and being open with the residents.
Okay.
And that's something that is the way forward in policing. And I know a lot of the idea talks about community policing, and now they are pushing community policing, and he has gone a long way to doing that. So I'm really impressed. I just, on my own side, just a way to encourage them to do more and be more vigilant, and we'll see as a community how much we can support them.
Okay, it's like from this encomium, you people are showering on the DPO. You will soon give him a chieftaincy title, I guess. Okay, so that's good to hear. Okay, please, can we go ahead with the drug issue?
Yes, so the most important thing we try to do is we work on information. Wherever we get information as regards any particular place where drug peddling is prevalent,
yes,
we do what we normally call raiding. And these raiding are usually constant as directed by the Commissioner of Police, FCT. And honestly speaking, when this raiding is sustained, you realize that crime comes to a very low point.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so we have another caller on the line. Hello?
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, please. The program is called The Police. Luca, okay. All our callers today are residents of Wuye. Okay, please, Luca, make your comments or contributions.
Yes, I'm a PCLC member.
Okay.
So, I'm so excited to see our DPO live on national television.
Okay.
So, it has been doing a good job for us.
Okay.
It has been supporting us in Enangu. It's a town of man that is very generous.
Okay.
So we should have a person like him in this country, the way he carries people around, the policemen and the PRC members. In fact, this country will be moved forward very well.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Luca from Wuye, for another commendation to the DPO. So let's look at another issue in Wuye, which is the issue of land grabbing, creating chaos amongst people. How are you, addressing this issue when they come up?
Well, frankly speaking, issue of land comes up almost on a daily basis. But this is, to me, a matter you just have to be very careful in managing. Land-related matters are civil in nature, except if anybody can establish either forgery and the rest of them. If you can't establish criminality, we'll refer it civil. But if for any reason you can establish criminality, we'll carry on with it and do the normal investigation. But don't forget that most of these matters that border on land, we are not an authority. We are not authority in paper certification. So most times we will collect these papers, write to the appropriate authority. Whatever their response is what we work with. So that is it about land.
Land issues.
Yes.
Okay. We still have another caller. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. This is called The Police.
I'm calling from where my phone we have we do it now. We thank God that they brought this here for us. This is a nice person.
Okay, Mr. Paul from Wuye. Thank you, thank you. We have an Instagram here, or okay, a Telegram here. What is the police doing to fish out, or why is it so difficult for the police to fish out one-chance criminals? Someone is asking.
Okay.
Why is it so difficult for the police to fish out criminals?
Talking about one-chance operators, Well, I will have to start by saying that most of these one-chance operators, before now, take advantage of the lacuna from the bridge towards the airport. And you realize that most of these victims are not even picked in Wuye. They possibly were picked outside Wuye, but they'll look at the lacuna, see where there's a gap in between police positions. They may rob and drop the person off. So what we normally do there is go attend to the victim. So if there's any clue to getting the suspects, we go ahead. But primary thing is if the person is injured for any reason, that's our priority for them.
Sure.
So it used to be rampant, but I tell you, it's more on a zero level now. Because we've even been lucky to apprehend a lot of them and prosecuted a lot of them. So that is the position.
Okay. I wish we can go on with our callers are still calling, but you know how it is. Time is not our friend at all. Okay, so finally, what security tips do you have for residents?
Well, I think it goes back to the normal security tips that we dish out. People should avoid keeping late nights. People should avoid driving at night all alone. People should try to put security. Lock up your houses appropriately, light up your neighborhood. It doesn't take anything away from you if you get a couple of dogs that will alert you if there's a problem in the night. So that even if there's going to be need for police to react, at least there should be a kind of slow before you become a victim. So that is it.
Okay. Thank you very much, DPO, for coming on the program.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And indeed, it was a wonderful time having you around.
It's good to be here too.
Yeah. And this is the much we can take on this episode of Call the Police. Remember, supporting Nigerian security agencies with credible and timely intelligence information will go a long way in ensuring national security. Until we come your way, same time next week, remain blessed. I am Tessie Omiri. Bye for now.